uh, students. So today we are going to see introduction to index numbers, their properties, types, formulas and examples. Introduction, here it is index numbers. It is a statistical instrument for assessing changes in the magnitude of a group of connected variables. It represents the overall trend of diverging ratios used to calculate it. In most cases, index numbers are reported as a percentage. Index numbers, it includes the price index, the quantity index and the value index. The index numbers are average subsets. A change in the level of an event is measured by an index number. The impact of changes over time is quantified by index numbers. Next, what are first index numbers? Index number is a relative measure used to compare and characterize the average change in price, quantity, value or other qualities of an item or a set of comparable goods through time, geographic location or other factors. Okay, now an index number is a numerical value characterizing the change in complex economic phenomena over a period of time or space according to Maslow. So here, according to Spiegel, an index number is a measure designed to illustrate changes in a variable on a collection of variables with respect to location, time or other features according to Spiegel. Index numbers are instruments for measuring differences in the size of a group of related variables according to Croxton and Cowden. And Bowley says about index numbers as a series that shows the motions of some quantity in its trend and fluctuations. Next, the characteristics of index numbers. What are the main characteristics? So first point, they are the subsets of averages. They measure the level, changing level in an event. Index numbers quantify the impact of changes over time, and it is a type of average that is used to measure relative changes when absolute measurements are not possible. Okay, next point is it only represents preliminary changes in factors that may not be directly measured. And index numbers, it varies from variable to variable. Actually, it also helps in the levels of a phenomenon on a specific date to those on a previous date, and it represents a special case of averages, specifically a weighted average. Index numbers are also useful in many situations. The index used to determine price changes can also be used to determine industrial and agricultural productions. So now the types of index numbers. How many types of index numbers are there? First, value index number, then quantity index number, price index numbers, and the consumer price index number, wholesale price index number. So first we will see the value index number. Value index number compares the current year's price of a commodity to the previous year price. A commodity's value is nothing more than the sum of the commodity's price and its quantity. So as a result, the value index number is equal to the sum of current year's commodity value divided by the total of the base year's commodity value. Okay, the formula for value index number is given. V01 equals to summation P1 Q1 by summation P0 Q0 into 100. Here Here what is V01? V01 is nothing but the value index number of the current year, present year. And what is summation P1Q1 is the total value of number of items consumed in the present year. Summation P0 Q0 is the total value of the number of items consumed in the base year. So these are the main formula. Then quantity index number, the change in the quantity or volume of items sold, consumed, are produced over a certain time period is measured by quantity index number. There are two types of quantity index number, unweighted index numbers and weighted index numbers. Price index number is between average difference in prices between values. It is made up of a series of numbers that are arranged to compare the values for any two periods or places. So here the formula is given, f of p1 comma p2 comma x. What is p1 and p2? Is mainly given. P1 price of the periods, p2 is the price of goods in period 22, x is the weights. So this is consumer price index number and wholesale price index number. Then the limitations of index numbers, how index numbers can be limited. So index numbers provide many benefits, but there is certain limitations. There is risk of errors in index numbers. It is always done based on goods. So items chosen in this manner may not be trend. Formulating index number can be done in different ways. So index number represents approximations of the relative changes that takes place. Furthermore, changes in variables that are compared over a long period may be unreliable. The selection of representative commodities may be unbalanced because these products are based on samples. So there are some advantages of index numbers also. There are some uses of index numbers. So advantages. What are the advantages? It helps deflate since it modifies primary data at different cost. It makes transition from a nominal to a real wage easier. So in economics also, formulating appropriate policies, index numbers are used, and it is useful when there are trends such as drawing outcomes for irregular and cyclic forces. If economic activities develop in the future, index numbers can be used. The number can be used to track variations, mainly to find variations we use in the level of living in different countries across time. Index numbers are mainly used. So these are some of the uses of index numbers. It is used in various, for the standard of living and wage rate regulation. It is used. Pricing levels are determined using index